Hey YouTube, this is Watachi again. Man, I don't know about you guys, but we've had some whacked out weather since the beginning of November. It's been highs in high 30s, low 40s, and clear down is below zero here already. Now, that is ridiculous for November. That's usually January and February weather around here. But we've already had about probably 6-7 inches of snow. I did the snowball video when we had the snow. But yesterday, now, I went out and was doing some stuff in my barn, and when I went in, the sun was breaking through. It was starting to look like it was going to turn out to be blue sky. The rest of the day was going to turn out to be pretty nice. Well, all of a sudden, I came out and I got my car to leave, and this storm came in on us. It was crazy. It was like a big black wall that came in on us, and it had this freaked out damn lightning is the only thing I can say. This lightning was huge, and it was wide. It was some big, heavy-duty lightning. And the thunder was just, it was rocking the damn ground. The people in their houses and stuff were saying how, that thunder was so tremendous that it was rattling their house. And, that ain't the kind of weather we're supposed to be having right now. It's just a trip. But I wanted to get that out of the way, see if any of the rest of you are having some freaked out weather where you're at. But this video, I want to talk about these, this stuff that's going on. You guys believe Trump's the savior, that he was anointed by God to be the president of the United States, that he's going to save us all, he's going to save the republic, and all this stuff, and you know what, the best I can give him is he's the lesser of two evils. He's the evil for the Republicans, and all them, everybody that's out for the Democrats they're the evil for that. But he's the lesser of two evils. And I don't vote for lesser of two evils, people. I don't vote for evil. I don't deal with evil. But you guys all think he's going to save your ass. And I'll tell you what, the gun confiscation has already begun. It's not if it's going to happen, it's already begun. And it began with Trump's red flag laws. Now, there's a lot of stories going around that people have already been charged. This stuff, they've already come in their house, took their guns. No charges filed against these people, But they come in with supposedly warrants. They take all their guns, ammo, magazines, whatever they got. They take it, and if within a year you can prove you're an innocent, then you might be able to get your guns back. But if you can't prove shit in a year, they destroy your guns. You don't get them back. And I tell you, I've heard several stories already, but the one that really I think everybody needs to hear about, it's a guy that goes by Whiskey Warrior. Now, they came to his house while he was at work. He's a vet, I believe. I don't quote me on that, because I can't remember if I really heard him say he was a vet, but the vets got involved, so I'm betting he is a vet. He started off in Twitter. His wife called him and told him the cops were there, and they were wanting to come in the house, and they're going to take his guns, ammo, and magazines, or whatever else he has for those guns. He's taking them. And his wife told him, you ain't coming in without a warrant. So they said bullshit. They walked in, and they took all of his guns. The things that they didn't get was his magazines and his ammo, because his magazine and ammo he had locked in a box inside his pickup or his truck or whatever he was driving. He said it was a truck. But he had this stuff locked inside there, so they didn't get no ammo or magazines. They claimed after they got his guns, they wanted his magazine. They said he had a large capacity magazine that they wanted. And somebody, what had happened is one of his buddies, family members, I don't know who it was that called, but they called and said this guy, I think because he was a vet and he's got, I think they said he had PTSD or something, or he had anger issues of some sort. Whatever it takes to get this red flag law to kick in, they did. And they called the cops. So without any charges, without anything, without even a judge hearing his side of the story and him being able to defend himself, they come in illegally and take his guns. Now, if that ain't gun confiscation, people, I don't know what is. You know, this guy's a vet. Well, you believe vets all fought for your rights and freedoms. Well, this guy's fought for your rights and freedoms according to you. So, what ended up happening, he's, like I said, he started putting this out on Twitter, what was going on. When he got to the house, when he finally showed up, the damn cops came, or was there, or came back, or something. You can go online, you can find videos on this guy on YouTube. Just type in Whiskey Warrior. You'll find all the videos and the channels that talked about it while it was going on. But this guy's doing a live feed. He bunkered himself up in his attic of his house, which he probably knew this day was going to come. So, because if he's a vet, he knows this military ain't doing right. So he bunkered himself up inside his attic, and he could see out both ends of his house, and he could see the cops. Well, they started to come back in the house again, and when the wife warned him and told him he had guns in his truck too. He's not going to be in there without weapons. And he has all of his ammo and his magazines. So they stopped and they backed the hell up. Well, they called in the SWAT team, come in with damn armored vehicles and shit. Which I know you people don't believe me, but that's not the SWAT team. That's the fucking Corporation of the United States Military Police. That's what they are. The SWATs, the whatever special forces, bomb squads and all. That ain't nothing but the fucking police for the rulers who enslave you. That's all it is. And they're allowed to kill you dead if you fuck with them. So, but they called in the damn SWAT team and ended up, I guess something happened, but it kept the fucking SWAT team from going in on him. And so he kind of fended them off, and they brought in a negotiator. The only thing, I really don't know what happened at the end, but I've heard other people talk about it. And the main thing that happened at the end is the negotiator was telling them all they really wanted was the damn 30-round high-capacity magazine. And like he told them, a 30-round magazine is not necessarily high capacity. It's standard magazine for an AR-15 or an M16. It's a standard clip. Just like in a pistol that has, like the Beretta 92 FS. It holds 17 rounds. 1 in the chamber, 16 in the magazine. They would consider that a high-capacity clip or magazine because of the fact that it holds more than 10 rounds. It's standard equipment for that actual handgun, and so, but to them, anything over 10 rounds is high capacity. That's how stupid they are. But from what I heard in the end, this guy, all he ended up doing was handing over a 30-round magazine to him, and they ended up leaving. But it involved probably at least $1 million worth of police equipment and another $1 million worth of police wages, officials' wages, to get a 30-round magazine because they say they're illegal. It's bullshit, people. It's bullshit. It ain't nothing more than gun confiscation, and you're going to sit right there and let this happen. Now, the one good thing that I did hear that came out of it, oh, that's what it was that kept the SWAT team from going in. That's right. The SWAT team was getting ready to go in there on them, and they finally talked this guy that was barricaded inside the house, Whiskey Warrior, into giving his address where he was at. So he put it on Twitter, the actual address where this was going on. And there was like 100 veterans that showed up within a very few minutes at his house. And they were they were looking at the cops and saying, what's going on there? What you guys plan on doing? And that's what ended up keeping the SWAT team from going in. So instead of them going in, they backed up and called in a negotiator. So the vets stood up for the vets, that's for sure. And they probably took something that was going to end up with that other guy dead, that he was ready to die for. They got it stopped. And I don't even know, I'm trying to find out right now if the guy even went to jail. But I don't think he did, because what he had done, because they don't plan on taking you to jail over these red flag laws. It's just a fucking thing to be able to come and take your guns from you. You're not going to be charged with nothing, people. If they want your guns, they can claim red flag law and make somebody up. Make somebody up to be the person that fucking called in on you. Hell, everybody knows I've got guns. Everybody talks about guns and stuff on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter and all that shit. They all fucking know who's got guns and who don't. They pretty sure, because plus with the NICS, the national background checks, when people buy guns and stuff, all that information's going in. So they know who's got guns. All they need to do now is come up with a fake person that said, oh, you know what, this guy's he's got anger problems and stuff. Just come up with a fake person, because you're not going to be charged with anything. There ain't going to be a court date. So you're never going to get to find out who that person was. And all I can do is tell you this. You can thank that lesser of two evils, Donald Trump, for that one. You can't blame that one on Obama, the Bushes, or anybody else. That one is Donald Trump, Teflon Don's doing right there. And if you still think, after hearing about the damn red flag laws and what they're capable of doing to you, and you don't go online, check out the stories that are already happening. The gun confiscation is already happening, people. If you don't check into it and see, this is going to get bigger and bigger and bigger till they got them all. They're just going to end up saying, well, there's so many of these that we've had to go in and do that we just can't even allow this anymore. It's just natural for the American people to just be crazy and out of control. And you know what? It might be with the shit they're spraying over our heads. It might be. We don't know what that shit's doing to us. It might be making us absolutely crazy. Hell, guys think they're girls. Girls think they're guys. Some people think they can marry trees and vehicles and shit. They have sex with vehicles, and oh my God, this new thing that everybody thinks okay is adults having sex with kids. Oh, we're going to dress them up, a little boy up like a little girl, and really fuck his kid up with this queer-ass, homosexual, ungodly bullshit. This is just unbelievable to me. You people are still, no matter how much evidence somebody puts in front of your face, you still believe the words that come out of the your enslavers' mouths and out of their scientists and their doctors and the very people who have enslaved you. You believe this shit. You believe you own your fucking house. You believe you own your car. You believe you can own property in the United States when the 16th Amendment says you cannot. 16th Amendment says you cannot. And if you believe that was legally ratified into law, then you cannot own property according to your own Constitution. You don't even know that it wasn't never ratified into law, but you'll still pay them taxes. You'll still pay just like a good little slave does. When they tried to ratify the tax law the income tax law in the 16th Amendment, there was supposed to be 2/3 of the states voted on it, which there was not. And the vote came out 9 for it, 22 states against it. Since when does 9 beat 22? Since when? But you people believe it actually happened, so they stuck it in your own Constitution and use your own Constitution against you. When was the last time that you feel they passed a law that had for the well-being of we the people behind it, and not the monetization of a new law so that they could suck more money out of us? When was the last time? Because I can't remember any. And that damn Donald Trump red flag law is going to get you fucked. Every damn one of us. And you just remember that, because you're going to put him in there again if they let you. You're going to put him in there again. Now, who would we put in there? There ain't nobody. Because the sad thing is whoever they put in there, they're going to take them into a room and they're going to tell them, this is what you can do, this is what you can say. Other than that, we'll kill you and everybody in your family. Because I guarantee you, you don't get grown men to go along with bullshit unless you've got a good threat on a grown man, a real man. Because if you threaten my damn family, you can damn sure bet you're going to have to find us in the first place. I'm not going to stand up there in a White House and play some game with you. You're going to have to find me. And on top of it, I guarantee you, I'm going to be fighting for my life. You damn sure better be fighting for yours. So, but you people just keep believing this shit. Keep believing that space exists, although they can't prove any way, shape, or form of how you take gas pressure without a container and that's right next to a damn vacuum of space. It just goes to show how stupid mankind really is when they believe they can break natural laws like that. You can't break the second law of thermodynamics and say gravity will hold back the atmosphere from a vacuum of space. It does not and will never happen. Plus, they've already came out and said gravity isn't a force. It isn't even a provable fact. They cannot prove it. They would have to be able to prove a molten iron core, because that's how you get your gravity from mass. They can't prove the molten iron core. They can't prove gravity. So, this whole Big Bang Theory doesn't even exist. It's a fucking Narnia. Might as well say it's Narnia, because that's the only place it exists is in somebody's mind or on a game station somewhere. Space doesn't exist. And all it takes is just one of you to show gas pressure, which is our atmosphere, next to a vacuum of space, and our gas pressurized atmosphere stays in place without a container. All you have to do. Can't do it. But you'll call me names, tell me how stupid I am. Tell me how, 70% of the people in the world believe that, so it's got to be true. No, that means 70% of the people in the world are brainwashed and dumb as a bag of hammers if they do believe that. Because you can't get past the one thing. You can't get past the one thing. You can't get past gas pressure without a container. Let alone you can't prove gravity. And that's the glue holding the whole thing together. So, I don't know, people. Keep following them. Keep putting all your eggs into one basket with Donald Trump. And when he doesn't save your ass, when the New World Order comes rolling through the gates, and then you don't have any rights, you can't cry to nobody but your damn self, because you've been told. Not just by me, but there's thousands of us telling you. But you don't want to open your eyes and see, and you don't want to open your ears to hear. You want to keep that head buried in the sand and too afraid to see the truth. God will show you the truth, people. He ain't going to show you nothing if you don't really believe. And he knows whether you really believe and you really have God in your heart. He knows it. So if you can't see the truth, maybe it's because God ain't even nowhere around you. You guys have a good day today. And may God bless us all, because we're going to need that. Good day.